We have massive breaking news right now. Donald Trump just confirmed that he is taking a look at pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator, the woman accused of sex trafficking multiple underage young girls.
Trump has said he won't rule out pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any MAGA, conservative, anybody who aligns with this administration ever again say the LGBTQ community is the problem, that they're harming kids, that we're just looking after the children. No, you're not. This woman is a convicted sex trafficker. Her and Epstein trafficked 1,000 children. Oh,
so now Trump is pretending that he doesn't know the case, that he doesn't remember Ghislaine, that he'll have to look at the case, whether or not he's going to pardon her. He said he's going to think it over and talk to the DOJ because he can hardly remember that case at all.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Actually, white people, white MAGA, they are really furious with Trump after the reporter asked him a question about Maxwell, Ghislaine, if he can pardon her, and he said like he can look into that, and people are so pissed with all of this. So that's what we'll be covering in today's episode. Credit belongs to the owner of the videos. I will be back with more commentary.
Well, color me shocked. Trump is thinking of pardoning Miss Maxwell? I can't believe it. If anyone's really surprised by this, you haven't been paying attention at all. Miss Maxwell had her appeal denied by the Supreme Court. Well, they just refused to hear her appeal, basically. So Trump was asked in the Oval Office today, are you thinking of now pardoning Miss Maxwell? To which he said, I'm going to have to look into that. Now, anyone who's been paying the slightest bit of attention over the past, I don't know, however many months, since Ms. Maxwell started cooperating and being very favorable towards the Tangerine Tyrant, we knew this was coming. She gave that interview 2 days long with the guy who used to be Trump's personal attorney. Then she got moved from the high security prison for, serious offenders, because I don't know about you, but trafficking underage children, for Mr. E, that seems like a serious crime. She was transferred to a low security, minimum security federal prison, to which the other inmates were not very pleased. So I would think a pardon is likely. I would give it 3 to 6 months, absolute maximum, if you ask me.
Right after talking about pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, Donald Trump said the only reason to be good is to prove yourself to God so you can get to that next step. Not because it's the right thing to do, not because of empathy or justice, but because you get to go to heaven and get rewards.
Doesn't have faith, doesn't have God, it's going to be very hard to be a good country. There's no reason to be good. I want to be good because you want to prove to God that you're good, so you go to that next step, right? So that's very important to me. I think it's really very important.
That's not morality. That's a little thing called transactional faith, the same mindset that's defined so many of his actions. Loyalty in exchange for power and good deeds only if there's something in it for him. A good example of this is when he guts government agencies and replaces all of those very important jobs with unqualified loyalists. Or when he launched his crypto coins where he scammed all of his supporters so he and his family could make billions of dollars. But what's even more disturbing about this clip is the context behind it. He was talking about possibly pardoning somebody who was convicted of trafficking minors in Jeffrey Epstein's insane operation, and then he started talking about God and being a good person in the same breath. I guess when you live your life being a terrible person like Donald Trump and doing unspeakable things to innocent people, you probably need to believe in God and think that you can just say, I'm sorry for everything I've done, and then go to heaven magically. That kind of disconnect says a lot about how he views right and wrong, not as moral boundaries, but as tools he can use to gain something. Deep down inside, he is terrified. He knows that he's lived his life doing evil things, and he's trying desperately to trick God into thinking he's a good person.
Remember Ghislaine, that he'll have to look at the case, whether or not he's going to pardon her. He said he's going to think it over and talk to the DOJ because he can hardly remember that case at all. I don't remember it all, guys. What are you talking about?
I'm so tired, y'all.
Actually, guys, you understand why many people are pissed, because this woman is connected with Epstein, and many people across internet, they're saying no one who is connected with Epstein will get like forgiveness or even consider to forgive. They said this is insane, and people are so fierce. There is many member of MAGA who voted for Trump because he promised to release the Epstein list, and now he's even thinking or to look into to forgive this woman. MAGA are so fierce, white people are fierce. Guys, so far, what do you think about what's happening? What do you think is, and many people, they are calling this guilty or something like that. Let me know what you think. Let's watch. I will be back.
How bad are these files?
Say it.
The Supreme Court is back, and they rejected today an appeal by Ghislaine Maxwell to overturn her conviction. That means her only chance at getting out of prison is a pardon from you. Is that something you're...
Who are we talking about?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
You know, I haven't heard the name in so long. I can say this, that I'd have to take a look at it. I would have to take a look. Did they reject that?
She wanted to appeal her conviction.
And what happened?
They said that they were not going to hear her appeal.
I see. Well, I'll take a look at it. I will speak to the DOJ.
Yeah, that was Donald J. S. Virginia's Trump saying that he would look into pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, convicted child sex trafficker. He'd consider pardoning her. Like, oh my God, like...
And over 1,000 kids. And if the hoops he's jumped through to hide this and the Republicans won't let it be voted on doesn't tell you that whatever is in there is extremely incriminating, I don't know what to tell you. You're either in a cult or you're brain dead. But if you don't lose your mind over this, you don't give two flying fucks about children. We're just standing up for Christian values as you cheated on your last 3 husbands. Listen, so you remember this guy, the spiritual advisor to Trump? Yeah, he just pled guilty to molesting a 12-year-old. He gets 6 months. Those accusations ruin their lives. An adjudicated rapist and a 34-time felon is president. A guy who pled guilty to molesting a 12-year-old is getting 6 months. I don't want to...
Listen to this. Donald Trump was just asked if he'd possibly consider a pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell. If your answer on whether you might pardon Ghislaine Maxwell is, I don't know if I consider it or not consider it, then you're likely in the Epstein files and trying to hide something.
So all of us saw this coming. Donald Trump just announced today that he is going to have his Department of Justice take a look at pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, the woman who was convicted and facing 20 years in prison for her work in trafficking children with Jeffrey Epstein. Today, the Supreme Court said they would not look at her appeal, leaving her no other way to possibly get out of prison except to have Donald Trump give her a pardon. And we all knew this was going to happen. When Donald Trump had his people in the Department of Justice meet with her and try to say he had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein, that was her attempt to get a pardon, a get out of jail free card by kissing Donald Trump's ass. We all knew this was coming. Donald Trump does not want those files released, and he does not want her talking about what she knows, because she is the one who could directly implicate Donald Trump and Jeffrey together and what their heinous acts were that they did together against children. This pardon is coming. You could bet your ass.
Trump said that he's going to speak to the DOJ about Ghislaine Maxwell's pardon. He just said this in the Oval Office. If you don't know, the Supreme Court rejected the appeal from Ghislaine for her, rehearing with the Supreme Court. They said, nah, we're not doing that. And so today, Caitlin Collins asked about it, asking if he was going to pardon her, because that's her only course of action now. She has to get the pardon. And Trump responded, I haven't heard that name in so long. I'll take a look at it. I'll speak to the DOJ. Sir? And he continues, he's saying, I call him Puff Daddy, asked me for a pardon. I'm more focused about this Ghislaine thing. You want my prediction on how this is going to play out? Because I think he'll speak to the DOJ is also very telling. He is going to defer to Pam Bondi, saying it's the DOJ's decision. Let's see what they have to say. Of course, they're going to go ahead and say, yes, you should do it. He's going to do it. He's going to blame Pam Bondi, saying it was under her advisement that he pardoned her. And then she's going to be the scapegoat, and he's just going to march on down the road with nobody being mad at him. Watch. I bet that's what happens. Anyway, let me know what you think about this. My jaw hit the ground when I saw that quote come through. And I'll talk to you in a little bit, okay?
Gonna pardon her. He's gonna do it and give the child sex trafficker a pardon. At least that's where I'm putting my bets right now. Trump just said in the Oval Office that he's going to look into pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator, the woman convicted of child sex trafficking. Sex trafficking minors, the very thing Republicans think is the worst thing in the world. And President Trump is defending one. He's going to look into pardoning someone convicted of some of the worst crimes imaginable. and he won't release the Epstein files. Did you guys know that the Oversight Committee got a batch of Epstein documents right before the shutdown? Right before Mike Johnson sent everyone home on vacation and has everyone on recess and hasn't brought anyone back since? Whatever's in those files has to be so bad for Trump. It's got to be beyond bad. It's got to be stuff that we can't even imagine right now. That bad. How bad do you think the riots will be once he does this? Do you think it will be Republicans out there marching with Democrats? Could this be the thing that brings everyone together? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think.
So guys, actually there is someone who says something very, very serious. He said, like, I supported Trump like every time in everything, even when I don't understand what he's doing. But about this, I can defend this. They are saying no excuse for showing compassion for someone who is involved with such a horrific crimes. This is beyond betray. I'm so disappointed. So you can hear many people are disappointed, and I agree why they are disappointed, because this is insane. This is crazy. And the way he said it with no even thinking about it, even if he's joking, you don't joke with something like this. So guys, this is going viral everywhere, and many people are pissed. They're like, this is not what we voted for. Many of us voted for you so you can make America great. You can punish everyone who is connected with Epstein list, who is connected with Epstein. But what you are showing them compassion. Is it really true that you are like connected to him too? That's why you want to pardon them, so you can, they don't talk about you, or they don't judge you, or they don't say your name is inside the list or something like that. And this is going crazy. And me personally, what I can say about it, I don't understand why he should say that unless he's hiding something. It doesn't make sense to me personally. It doesn't add up actually. And I agree with what people are saying. Why are you even talking like that? Why even mentioning that? Even though you are not like, you're joking or something, it's not something you should be talking about. So guys, I don't know what you think, but I have few comments from the people. I want you to read and tell me what you think about the comment. And the first comment goes like, is this real? Why would anyone look into helping Maxwell? My question too. The second one say, I was Trump supporter, but this I can't defend him. It's betrayal. The third one say, no mercy for Epstein partner in crime, none. The third one, it's wild how one comment can change how people see you. That means many MAGA are changing to see him, even saying he's going to look into it, that because that's what he say. So the last one say, justice should mean justice for everyone, not protection for the powerful. So guys, this is crazy. This is insane. I know like he always brings something surprise, but this one is beyond. I never thought he would say something like that. I don't know what you think. I would like to hear what you think in a comment about this one. Do you think he can do it, or you think he's bragging? But if he's even bragging, do you think this is the right things to say in front of the people? There's many people are still hurting because what happened to them, about the women who were hurting. I don't think it's something people should even talk about or joke with. Personally, I don't know what you think. Let me know what you think in a comment, guys. And if it's your first time to the channel, kindly subscribe. I appreciate that. Share the video with your friend, comment what you think, and if you know more about the situation, educate us, because at the end of the day, this content is for education purpose. We are not here to attack anyone or to harm anyone. So let's continue our discussion in comment. I will see you next one. As always, bye.